It's almost unbelievable that some of the Kett would be fighting their own. The Kett always seems so monolithic, almost faceless.
I wish we saw more of that fighting. Wouldn't shed a tear if they wiped themselves out.
Whatever they've done, they're still a unique, fascinating species. It's hard for me to wish them all dead. Anyway, about this Kett device you found by their destroyed ship. It's secured with a biometric lock that can only be activated with a specific genetic code.
So, like a fingerprint scan, except with a genetic fingerprint.
Exactly. Whatever's in this, it's probably only meant for trusted individuals.
A Kett genetic code? We can't get one of those.
Thankfully, I think I have a workaround. Remember those Kett genetic samples you scanned on Volt? Lexi's been working on the data, and I have an idea that just might work. We should go talk with her when you have time.
Got your memo, Suvi. Data's right here, but I'm not sure what you're expecting to find.
Tell me you have it all sequenced.
Yes, of course. It was the first thing I...
Perfect. Sam, can you test combinations of sequences against the lock?
Testing.
Brute force, Dr. Anwar?
Tried and true methods. And with Sam's processing speed, it should take no time.
Key found.
Whoa. We thought it was a data log, but it's not. It's...
It just locked onto a transmission.
Does it compromise our security?
The device is a receiver. It will not reveal our location.
This transmission is audio.
The Archon has abandoned our way, spurns tradition, defies protocol. He abuses his authority, obsesses over Remnant secrets, and keeps us cut off from home. This cannot continue. He will return to the path of right or be destroyed. This is my promise. An Archon stands tall only while we hold him up.
Someone's really upset at the Archon.
A collectivist culture would take a harsh view of any action that defied the will of the group. And isolating the Kett here would breed resentment. They may feel abandoned.
Kett? Feeling abandoned?
Some things are universal.
I wonder if there's a way to trace the signal. Scanning for nav point. I'll transmit it to your Omni tool, in case you want to check it out.
What do you think we'll find out there?
I don't know. It might be a base of Kett dissidents organizing against the Archon.
Whatever it is, please be careful, Ryder.
Heat levels increasing.
We should try to get information about Ania's water supply. Her office is probably nearby.
I think this is Ania's office.
Check the security on that door. I'll keep a lookout for guards.
As expected, it's locked.
A scan should tell you how best to proceed, Pathfinder.
Got the code for the office door.
We're in. Let's be quick in case Ania comes by.
An underground lake. That's where she's getting her water. Got the nav point. Let's get out of here.
You know the drill. Go find those cores.
Life support at 100%.
That's it. Enemies!
respect? A celebration of life through reverence of death?
It scares people. Piss me off, I'll wear your spine for a hat.
Sinkhole!
Pathfinder, we're approaching a scavenger site. I advise caution, Pathfinder. Someone is attempting to access your comm unit. Should I patch it through?
Go ahead.
Hello, you're a Pathfinder, right? I recognize your receiver ID. I need help. I'm in the sinkhole. It's the one with... I'm sure you'll figure it out.
Can we talk about what your people call the genophage?
You want me to just casually talk about one of the most painful things about being Krogan?
Yes.
My clan's stronger than most, and this trip... let's just say we're working on it. Hey, I guess in the worst case, we can get out and push.
Oh, good. You heard me. I was starting to think I'd have to walk back to that rundown shack they call a landing zone.
What are you doing out here?
I'm a scientist from the Nexus. I've been surveying Elodin's geography for several weeks now. And now I'm stranded on this hellhole.
Tell me what I can do to help you.
Glad you asked. A few days ago, my shuttle overheated and died. Then I ran out of water. After 2 days without a drop, I got desperate. Ended up trading a part from my ship to some scavengers. Once the delirium subsided, I realized my mistake. Turns out I sold them my thruster, which you need to fly.
Can't you just get the thruster back?
Oh, I tried. Went to their camp. They laughed at me and said a deal's a deal. But you're a Pathfinder. Maybe you can talk some sense into them. Get that part back.
I'll have that thruster for you in no time.
Helpful and efficient. I like that. I'll give you the nav point for their camp. Be ready. They're a prickly bunch.
Are you studying the sinkholes here?
I'm trying to figure out what causes them.
Any luck?
My scans show a high concentration of calcium carbonate deep below us, high enough to create pockets of brittle rock. These pockets break down and collapse, and it causes a chain reaction all the way to the surface. Incidentally, that would also account for all this sand.
Have you learned anything useful about Elodin?
That depends on what you consider useful.
Try me.
Well, I assume you know Elodin receives constant sunlight. There is no nighttime. But I've found evidence of a rare temperature dip, which means the planet experiences an occasional eclipse. Can you imagine? Constant blazing sun for years, then a week of night. It must be jarring.
Good luck out here.
Temperature levels are climbing, Pathfinder. Pathfinder, there is still a risk of the scavengers damaging Remnant cores. I suggest using your Omni tool to disable the core.
This camp looks empty.
Pathfinder, I detect movement. Someone is behind that door. Analysis of alcohol content reveals it was brewed here on Eladon.
Made here? Out of what?
It's probably safer if you don't know, Pathfinder.
I can be friendly. Let's talk this out.
You want to tell me why you were sneaking around in there?
You saw the camp. When Axius comes, the only thing to do is hide.
Who?
You haven't heard of him? Axius leads the meanest gang on Eladon. They run raids on other scavenger camps, never leave anyone alive. Last night, they picked our camp. I was lucky enough to find a hiding place. Been in there ever since.
Your gang bought a thruster from a scientist recently. I want it back.
That piece of junk didn't even fit our ship. Axius must have taken it. He took everything. You can try getting it back from him if you have a death wish. I'll even give you the nav point.
You going to be okay by yourself?
This happens all the time. I'll find a new gang. Oh, one more thing. If you see Axius, shoot first. He's not a talker.
It appears he's been dead for several hours, Pathfinder.
But who killed him?
I detect above normal temperatures.
The scavengers set up camp out here. How do they survive the heat? Scavengers ahead. If the sun didn't get them
I like
first.
his armor. Kill him.
I detect multiple life forms, Pathfinder. Likely Axios and his scavengers. Records indicate Axios has multiple bounties on his head. Be careful, Pathfinder.
You are fighting you. Never cross Axios.
This appears to be the thrust catalyzer from Nora's ship.
Finally. Let's get it back to her.
Heat levels increasing. Life support at 100%.
Doesn't Sam just freak you out, Jal? A bot whispering in Ryder's brain, hearing him think.
Not at all. I'd love to take Sam apart. See how it all works. Though I need more information. Schematics. I wouldn't want to kill him.
Goes without saying.
Taking me apart would more likely risk killing Ryder.
Yeah, conversation over.
That's one dead.
Hostiles ahead! Oops. Scavengers set up a dune camp. Stay on guard.
Yes?
I got your ship's thruster back. Well, catalyzer. Same thing.
Seriously? I wasn't sure you'd pull it off.
I went to a lot of trouble for that. Took down some nasty scavengers.
I'm not surprised. They're an unpleasant bunch, aren't they? Well, I'll install this and be on my way. I've got a lot of planet to cover.
Be careful out there.
Right. I hadn't thought of that. Thanks for the rescue, Pathfinder. Yes?
Good luck out here.
Pathfinder, there is still a risk of the scavengers damaging Remnant cores. I suggest using your Omni tool to disable the cores. Pathfinder, I am picking up unusual readings at the final site. Energy levels are higher than normal.
The cores are already unstable. You need to hurry, Ryder.
Nothing less to worry about.
Acceptable limits. Life support is stable. Temperature levels are climbing, Pathfinder.
Feels good to be on solid ground again.
You don't feel exposed? The Kett are everywhere.
I'd rather face them down here than stuck in a can up there.
Okay, now just... Uh-oh.
Here they come!
I'm under fire!
Just try to stop me.
Environmental temperatures are within acceptable limits. Life support at 100%.
Dodged the big one, Ryder. Thank you.
units of temperature range, Pathfinder. Life support restored.
How many worlds have you hidden?
I don't know what you mean.
I know the drill. Scourge is a pain, but it helps too. There's more of you out there. Has to be.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Levels increasing.
Outlaw camp, let's introduce ourselves.
There should be more glyphs around here.
Should now be able to interface, Pathfinder.
That did the job. Good going.
Enemies!
This one died before we arrived.
Pathfinder, you may wish to scan the body for information. I've narrowed the source of this disease. I need one more scan to complete my analysis. Pathfinder. I detect a dip in temperature ahead. The scavengers have set a dune camp.
They left a data pad.
This sounds like trouble already.
Harsh learning that shit on Vold. Bright side, no children. Every Kett an enemy.
An enemy who used to be family.
Right, we'll call it a wash. Rig ahead, we should shake the outlaws loose.
I think that's it.
Got the Kett. This is the place Barrett wants to move to.
Nice work. get out of his heat zone.
Behind you!
Heat levels increasing. Life support is stable.
Security's pretty sophisticated. I wonder what they're trying to protect back here.
Levels increasing.
We're not alone.
I'm reading a normal
Lots of guns, equipment. Heavy munitions stockpile. This could take down something big. Outpost store. A colony. Think Barrett knew this was here.
Sounds like it's possible he used us to get to this. Maybe his plans extend further than organize people for a better life.
I don't like it. He might have plans to attack.
So many. Would have been hard
Barrett's
for
not getting
Barrett
this.
to take this
We'll take
place
it for
under
the
the Queen.
colonization effort. It's safer in our hands. Sam, get word to the Tempest. Move this gear before Barrett finds out.
Understood, Pathfinder.
I don't think we'll last much longer.
Excellently done.
Still hot.
Good work.
Life support restored. Heat levels increasing. I detect above normal temperatures.
Hey, Pathfinder, you still alive?
The base is clear, like you wanted.
Excellent. We'll start preparations for the move immediately. Come by when you can. We might have some stuff hoarded around here that you could use. Barrett, out.
Temperature levels are climbing, Pathfinder.
Something must be in those Scourge ruins.
Excellently done.
I think that's a Remnant data cache.
Pathfinder, you may want to try scanning. High temperature alert. Do not proceed.
Nice work.
Enemies!
Pathfinder, I've extracted data fragments from this cache. They may be valuable later.
Why was your galaxy called the Milky Way?
It's not.
But Liam said...
Milky Way is what the humans call it. We have our own word. Solarians have theirs.
So, what do you call it?
It's 600 years away. I call it gone.
On targeting! Remnant are attacking!
timing is impeccable, Pathfinder. Another minute and those scavengers might have been wearing our skins.
You're not serious, right?
Who knows? We've heard stories. The desolation makes people a little unbalanced. I don't suppose you could call for help.
Of course. Sam, relay this location to the Tempest and get them to send a shuttle.
Done, Pathfinder. Help is on the way.
We'll just wait here till our ride comes. I don't expect we'll run into any more trouble. Thank you again.
It's that damn Scourge. We wouldn't even have crashed if we hadn't clipped
dead. What
Stasis pods from Ark Natanus.
Are any of them alive?
It's difficult to obtain a clear reading on all pods at once. We should investigate.
Enemy is down! I am it.
Life forms detected, Pathfinder.
Pods keep them from smelling.
Sam, we should have Mason's genetic...
Subject is too old.
This one's got power.
Too many variations in the genome.
Help me get it open.
Pathfinder, the body has no vitals.
Sam, check the pod's history.
According to the final log, this stasis pod was jettisoned from Ark Natanus.
Because of the Scourge?
The timeline doesn't match. This pod was ejected long after Natanus was reported missing.
We assumed the Ark was destroyed, but maybe it's intact. The crew could still be alive.
And dropping dead weight.
We should finish checking the pods for Mason, then report back to Avitus.
Not Mason Barrow. None of the pods match Mason Barrow, Pathfinder.
Hopefully that means he's still alive.
I'm tired. Let's go back.
Hey, it's the Pathfinder.
Ryder?
What are you guys doing? It's a whole bunch of nothing out here.
Have you heard about the merchant in paradise with an unlimited supply of water? We thought we'd try to see where she got it from. No luck, though.
A lack of reliable water might be a problem, leader.
Yeah, and we don't have any choice but to trade with Ania.
I'd ask for help, Ryder, but I'm not sure how you could.
Anyway, we should head back. Be well, Ryder.
An undocumented mineral has been detected, Pathfinder. The ambient temperature is normal. Life support restored.
How did Ania keep this hidden?
Huh. I wonder what the Remnant builders' plans were.
I'm disappointed, Pathfinder. I thought you were someone I could trust. I welcomed you into my home, and you repay my kindness by robbing me.
Hey, I didn't take anything. Left every single drop of water where I found it. Count them if you like.
Very glib. Do you know why I do this? My brother tried to help your people when they first came here. He showed them where to find shelter, allowed them to take freely from our water tanks. He was killed for his trouble. I won't be as foolish as Asgar.
That's awful. You have my sympathy.
I've no use for sympathy. You can keep it. These scavengers respect no one. Not me, not you. But they do respect the planet. As long as they need me to survive, they live by my rules.
You want me to forget everything I've seen?
Exactly. You say nothing. You allow me to protect myself and my home how I want.
You expect me to do this just because you asked nicely?
Your Nexus needs resources to survive. Eladin is rich in those. What I gather, I will share, just so long as Eladin remains mine.
How long have you known about this water?
Asgar and I found it years ago. On a mining expedition, the Remnant nearly killed us. I knew, even then, that I wanted to keep it a secret. It gave us an advantage. It took time to convince Asgar, but he came around eventually. I made him promise.
You have a deal. I'll say nothing about what I found here.
You've made the right choice. In return, I'll share the resources I gather with you. I'll leave whatever I can spare in my office. Think of it as a tithe.
need to get out of this heat zone.
Hey, it's the Pathfinder.
Ryder?
Any assistance I can offer?
We were just about to pack it in. We were looking for a good water source for the colony. No luck, though. We've no idea where the merchant at Paradise is getting hers.
A lack of reliable water might be a problem, leader.
Yeah, and we don't have any choice but...
I'd ask for help.
Anyway...
This is a pointless thing. I'm tired.
You're much larger than the rest of the Initiative species.
You'd think that'd help. Don't trust small people. Do anything to get their shots in.
That's it. Wonder if I'd get anything on the scanner. Okay, let's solve this thing. That did it. Speed bump!
Drac, you're still with us. I am surprised after what happened with the Krogan on the Archon's ship.
Siding with Solarians cut deep, but I'm not one to quit every time I get cut.
Temperature levels are climbing, Pathfinder. Life support restored. Activating automated forward station deployment. Mining zones have been added to your nav system, Pathfinder. Temperature levels are climbing. Pathfinder. Ambient temperature is normal. Life support is back online. Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
You're older than some civilizations.
Personally made sure of it a couple of times.
Temperature levels are climbing, Pathfinder. I'm reading a normal temperature range, Pathfinder.
You haven't said anything to anyone, I hope. Don't forget to check the office if you haven't already. Left something in there for you.
You hinted at your story when we last talked. Your brother, the lake. I'd like to know more.
Feels like so long ago. We were just exploring, looking for places, scrap minerals, anything. Asgard provoked a pod of Remnant, and we figured they had to be guarding something. That's how we found the lake. It allowed us to make Eladin our refuge.
And then the Nexus Exiles came along.
Asgard felt sorry for them. They were so far from home. Most were fine, but one man wanted to know where the water was. He captured Asgard, forced him to tell, then killed him. I avenged my brother, but I learned I couldn't trust outsiders.
What that exile did was terrible. I don't blame you for not trusting us.
But now I've found one of your kind who is trustworthy. As they say, the sunrise begins with a sliver of light.
I'll look around. What can I buy?
game out here. We had Thresher Maws. Gotta
Okay, let's solve this thing.
Interface successful, Pathfinder.
I don't think we'll...
Heat levels increasing.
I don't think we'll last much longer in this.
What was that meal that you cooked for us last night?
I call it Drac Surprise.
Wait, we've had that before. It tasted quite different.
That's the surprise.
This one died before we arrived.
Pathfinder, you may wish to... Pathfinder, this disease was transmitted through ingestion of animal tissue. I've targeted the source to a single location. Updating your interface now.
Outlaw camp. Let's introduce ourselves.
Launch the grenade!
You. The one killing my guys. Come in here. I want to talk to you.
Was that Isabel?
Enemy is down!
Oh boy.
Life support is back online.
Well, well. You're from the Nexus. Should have known. I don't sell to your kind. Matter of principle.
If you're Isabel, your brother sent me.
Kent? For what?
He wants you to go back with him. To Kadara.
Well, you can tell him I'm not going anywhere. On the Nexus, I was a merchant's assistant. On Kadara, I ran errands. Now, I make weapons for the most powerful gang leaders on Eladin. I get perks, protection, and no one would dare touch me. Finally get the respect I deserve. And the best part is, I don't have to talk to ass-kissing Nexus dogs. Except now, I guess.
Kent's waiting. Don't pass up your only shot to get off this planet.
Whether I like it or not, this is home now. I have no reason to leave.
Kent flew here all the way from the Nexus. He'd give his life for you. You don't think that's reason enough?
You're a pain in the ass, you know that? Fine. Can't stand the heat here anyway. I'll send a comm to my brother. Now get out of here.
Andromeda plant sample detected nearby.
Got them all.
Targets eliminated. Excellently done. What's less to worry about?
You've gathered sufficient samples for Dr. Camden to continue his work, forwarding the results.
Good. Now he can keep up with his gardening.
Botany.
Same thing. Isabel's mentioned in this.
Updating your interface with the nav point.
We almost have her.
Activating automated forward station deployment. Mining zones in this region are available. Pathfinder, I've added them to your nav system. I detect above normal temperatures.
Got them all.
Must be getting her water from Kadara. They're trying to take our stuff. Attack it now!
Temperature I detect above normal temperatures. Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface. Undocumented mineral nearby, Pathfinder.
Guess Kalinda's outfit abandoned it.
Well, we're here. Might as well search it.
Figures all they left was junk.
Environment check. Temperatures are within acceptable parameters. Environment check. Temperatures are within acceptable parameters.
That broken observer looks like Puck.
Let's make sure. PB, come to my location, please.
Yep, he's got Pock. She's broken, though.
Guess Kalinda didn't take very good care of her.
Hey, I don't want any trouble. I found the site abandoned. By scavenger law, it's all mine.
We're not here to fight you for it.
That's a relief. I mean, good thing. Well, I'm a businessman, you see, so I'm willing to sell if you see anything you like.
Did you see where the crew that used this site went?
No. They were trouble, though. Led by a pain-in-the-ass Asari with the meanest spit Krogan toady. They've been picking Remnant sites clean all over. Never leave anything worthwhile behind. But, they screwed up and left some choice items here, though.
You ever hear of an Asari named Kalinda Terev?
That's the, pain-in-the-ass Asari I stupidly mentioned. Please don't tell her I called her that, or next time I see her, it's my ass.
Yeah? So you better do right by us.
How much for that broken observer?
What, this thing? Yeah, it may look trashed, but I assure you it's easy to fix right up. In fact, I could do it myself and make a killing, so no discounts.
Right. This guy's gonna put her back together.
Let's get down to business.
Okay, look, what do you think is fair for the observer?
Take this, and consider yourself lucky.
Yep, that'll do. Pleasure doing business with you.
I'll get her to the Tempest and put her together. Thank you, Ryder. Maybe this Kalinda nightmare is over.
Don't start going naive on me, PB.
Yeah. Regardless, I can upgrade my Remnant scanner now. Come see me back at the ship.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Temperature levels are climbing, Pathfinder.
This is the base Barrett wanted us to clear out.
Temperature levels are climbing, Pathfinder. Environment check. Temperatures are within acceptable parameters. Heat levels increasing.
PB's been looking for you.